Aloha and Happy New Year. So this video is going to be about intentions for this new year. And before I get into that, I want to let you know that this video might go longer than you have time for right now. And if that happens, then please feel free to pause it, but before you close the window, click on, I think it's the plus sign that allows you to save it to your watch later list or whatever playlist you want to add it to. And that way you can get back to it and continue listening to it or watching it. So I say that because I am no longer going to be trying to make my videos short enough for people, because I don't know what your attention span is. I know for me, sometimes I'm watching a video and after 2 minutes I'm like, okay, this is like taking too long, and then sometimes I'm watching a half-hour long video, so it kind of depends on my mood, depends on what the video is about. So this video is just going to be me here talking. I'm not going to be showing you anything, so this is one that you could listen to while you're driving or doing something, and you don't need to look at the video unless you want to see my facial expressions. So anyway, so back to the intentions. So I intend to be my authentic, true self as much as possible, because in the past it's been a source of stress, major anxiety. That is why I had social anxiety, because I was not sure that people would accept me for me being me, because sometimes I was told I was a weirdo, or I was because I didn't know what to say, then people thought that I was stuck up, or I thought I was too good to talk to them, like I was ignoring them. And it was just that I wasn't sure what to say, and so I didn't say anything, and then that to them was saying something. So I've learned that when I don't know what to say, I can just simply say, I don't know what to say to that. Or if I'm uncomfortable at something, I just can say, that makes me feel uncomfortable, you know, and that way they know. Or I feel overwhelmed, or just talking about how I feel and not having to come up with a standard reply that is socially accepted, because that's basically how I was functioning, is that, you know, things that I learned on TV or learned from my family, or from, you know, when I was going to school, or my circle of friends, that I just basically was mimicking what they were doing, thinking that's what they were expecting of me, and not being my true self. And I know that it's gotten me in trouble sometimes, because then people think, either they think I don't like them, or they think I do like them when I don't really like them that much, or I don't know. So you know what, I'm just going to be myself, and people are just going to have to deal with it. I mean, if they think I'm a weirdo, then okay, I'm a weirdo, whatever. I'm not going to worry about what people think. I'm not going to worry about pleasing everybody anymore. I do want to help people, which could please them, but you can't please everybody, is what I've finally accepted. You know, part of me was like in denial about that. So anyway, so I intend to be more authentic and true to myself, and do the best I can to communicate that to people. And I know that that's been a struggle of mine, is communicating how I truly feel, because sometimes I can't even find the words, and so then I just need to say, well, I can't find the words to truly express how I feel. Like, I never thought that that was a possibility, so that's like really mind-blowing for me. So if you hear me say that quite often, then don't be surprised. Um, so that leads to me explaining about my YouTube channel videos. So my videos are going to be more authentic. So if they are long and I have a lot of pauses in them and they're not as professional as other YouTube videos that you see, well then that's how they are going to be for right now, and hopefully I will get better sooner, but you know, it's all going to come in its own time, and I hope that you will stick around to see me evolve over time, and if not, that's okay, because not everybody's meant to follow my channel, and maybe you come back some other time, or who knows, but I'm not going to worry about that or anything anymore. So I'm just going to make my videos about my life now, about my life experience, and hopefully it helps you or someone you know. And at the very least, it's just to keep in touch with my friends and family around the world, which is what this whole channel was started out to be. So, and it just evolved into something that helped other people. So upcoming videos that you can look forward to are still going to be focused on some of the things I've already talked about, but I'm also going to add some other things that I'm passionate about. And as I see people commenting and asking questions about things, then I'll consider those things to add in other videos. And I do have a lot of video that I've already taken that I want to share with you that might be in bits and pieces, and I want to put it in the order that it was actually filmed, so that way you can kind of see the progression of things. Like, for instance, I started leading some hula dance fitness classes in August of 2019, and so that's evolved, and I'm still doing that now, and I just haven't had a chance to really explain the why behind that. Like, people who know me know why, but for those who don't, or maybe, you know, haven't seen all the videos, don't quite understand. So I wanted to explain that. So I need to add a little bit more to that video to explain the why behind it. And then there's also videos about the spiritual aspect of my life, which I believe has helped me greatly, and I think it can help other people too. And of course, there's talking about my experience as a caregiver, you know, what would I do differently, and I actually want to create a series of videos of other caregivers to give their experience and their tips, so that way it can help those people who are caregivers now or maybe in the future. So there's that, and also preparing for the end of life, which I still need to do for myself. But gone through it with my husband, I realized that I need to share those things with people, and so that way I can also do it for myself, because just because I am under 60 years old doesn't mean that I couldn't die tomorrow from, I don't know, a car crash, a heart attack, a random shooting, who knows, you know. So, you know, I want to talk about things that you don't learn in school, and maybe your family is not comfortable talking about, or maybe doesn't even have experience with, and just share that with whoever's willing to listen who might need help or is just interested in expanding their horizons and knowledge. So, let's see. I think there was something else I was going to cover, but I didn't write it down, so sorry. Oh, recipes. So health and wellness, is another thing I'm really passionate about. So I do have some videos on like making smoothies, and I can't remember what the other one was about. So I'll share things that are like planned out like that, but then I also want to share things that are kind of just on the top of my mind. Like there's been a few videos where I just did like a live video after I've done my morning reading and something that I felt might help people because it helped me. So as I shared all these different kinds of videos, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a comment of some sort to let me know if you want to see more of those kinds of videos or what I could do differently in the next video. And I'm trying to be aware of all these things, but not to the point where it stresses me out. So I just want to engage with whoever's watching my videos so that way we can build a community and to support each other. So even though you're watching my video but I can't see you, the comments are helpful, and if you have a YouTube channel where you have videos, then I guess you could put a link to your channel and then we can kind of engage that way. I'm also thinking of doing some kind of like video chat. I'm a little bit apprehensive about that because if it's too many people, then it can get kind of chaotic. But I guess we won't know until we try, because I mean, what if it's just 4 people? Then that would be like easy. But if it's like 20 people or more, then it's going to be way too much. So I'd like to do something like that, if not just for like chatting and seeing my friends, but it would also be nice to meet and make new friends with people who are just following my channel. So as long as you're not like a weird stalker person that's going to ask personal questions that are, well, you know what, if you do, I'm just going to say, hey, that's a very personal question that I'm not comfortable answering right now. So, and I think anyone should be good with that, and if you're not, then oh well. I guess I can't be afraid of those kind of things anymore. So I'm thinking of using Zoom, or I know YouTube has, well, they have the live stream, but it doesn't allow you to show your video. You can only chat. So I really would like something where we can do a video chat where I can see you and I can hear you as well as you hear and see me. So Zoom is the only one that I can think of that I currently use for other things. So if you have another one that you know of that would be easier to use than Zoom, then let me know. So I'm thinking I probably should set an intention for doing that in the next week, or at least sometime this month. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that on a Sunday afternoon, because maybe that's when most people are not working and have availability, or it could be in the evening time. I don't know. So I'm going to pick a day and time, and I guess I'll post it on my YouTube channel So please let me know, I guess, what would be the best way to notify you of those things. I guess I could just put out a quick video and then have the link in the video. Because I know there's also, you can do posts on YouTube, which are not videos. It's kind of like Facebook where you just post text. So it could be that too. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out. And I do want your input, which could help me to come to a decision. Because that's like, I guess one of the things I'm also working on is being more decisive, because I get so caught up in thinking about all the options that then I never pick one because I'm afraid that I'm going to pick the wrong one. But I really need to get into the mode of just trying things out. You know, pick something, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. Then pick another thing and see how that goes and learn from each one, and not consider anything a failure just because it wasn't perfect, because nothing is perfect. So everything is a work in progress, and so it's not a failure unless you call it that. So that is it for this video, and I look forward to reading your comments. And if you are not comfortable with leaving a comment and want to send me something privately, then please feel free to email me. You can find my email if you go to the About section of the YouTube channel, and if you scroll down, it's like towards the bottom. I think you have to click on something, and then you have to type in something to prove you're not a robot or something, I think. And then it'll show my email. And if you have my number, then of course you can text me or call me. And that is it. So have a good year, a good week, a good life. Mahalo for watching. See you next time.